Today I'm back sharing a 1-year post-op gastric sleeve journey update. I had gastric sleeve surgery on December 8th, 2020. I stopped losing weight a couple months back. I'm at a weight that I feel really comfortable at. I'm healthy. All of my obesity ailments like high blood pressure, sleep apnea, constant swelling is gone now, and I feel really good at the weight that I'm at. So my highest weight that I was ever at was 270 pounds, and now I'm hanging out around 140 pounds. And like I said, I feel really good at this weight, so I don't want to lose any more weight. I'm just gonna maintain where I'm at. I went from a size 24 in jeans to a size 4, which is mind-blowing. So aside from the fact that I lost a bunch of weight and obviously I'm doing a lot better health-wise, I think the main thing that has improved for me is my self-confidence. I remember looking back on some of my older videos and I would literally be hiding behind my microphone because I felt like if part of my face was hidden, that maybe people wouldn't be able to see how big I was. Which at the time, it made me feel safer, I guess, but looking back, it just looked really ridiculous. I don't feel like I need to hide behind anything anymore, which is honestly such a big confidence booster. I really never noticed how much I truly tried to hide myself. I would say one of the biggest things that people are worried about with having gastric sleeve surgery or any kind of bariatric surgery is there are a lot of people who experience hair loss. I did go through a little bit of that. There were some points that I would be washing my hair in the shower and literally clumps would come out, like handfuls of hair, which was a little scary, but I never really had like bald patches, but I also have a lot of hair. Now that I'm a little bit past that 1-year post-op mark, I am noticing that I'm getting little baby hairs. I don't know if you can really see them from this angle right now, but I do have like little bitty baby hairs. I'm trying to zoom in close. I don't know if they're not really showing up in the camera too well, at least not on my little screen that I have here. So I don't know how much you can see them. I would much rather have thinning hair than deal with all of the issues that I was dealing with by being overweight. So if you are on the fence about whether or not you want to get weight loss surgery, and one of the things that's holding you back is hair loss, 1, it doesn't happen to everybody. 2, it might not be as extreme for you as it is for other people. And 3, you really need to weigh out what is more important to you. You know, is having a lot of hair more important to you than losing the weight? And for some people it might be, and that's okay. For me personally, losing the weight was the better option of the two. Yes, it sucked, but I am much happier now and my hair's growing back. And even if I went bald, I could have gotten a wig. So that was one of the things that I did weigh out prior to getting surgery. Now, there are a few things that were like really hard over the last year, and it's still something that I struggle with. One of them is dehydration. I really suck at drinking water. I mean, there is no 2 words around it. I am bad at drinking water, and when you have gastric sleeve surgery, your stomach is much smaller and you can't just guzzle water like you used to prior to surgery. So that is something that I've really struggled with. I have had 2 hospital trips in the last couple of months because I was dehydrated. The first visit, I was dehydrated to a point that I was like, oh, I can't really fix this on my own. I do need to go get fluids. So I went in and got that taken care of. The second time was a lot more severe. I actually had to have an ambulance called because I was incoherent. My blood pressure dropped down into the 60/40s. That was just horrifying. I felt miserable. It was the worst sensation I've ever felt in my life. If I have learned anything in the last year, it is making sure that you drink your water. That is so important. I never want to feel the way that I did ever again, and it was terrible. So make sure you drink your water. It's so important. I'm very lucky that I didn't have any long-term damage from that because it could have gone way worse than it did. I'm lucky in that sense, but it was very stupid that I allowed myself to get to that point of dehydration. So please don't get dehydrated. Just make sure you're drinking your water. That is the the most important thing after having weight loss surgery. So beyond drinking water being a problem, another thing that I really struggle with is sometimes when I'm eating something really good, I can only take a few bites of it, and then there's like this weird sadness that you feel because you can only take a few bites of the food that you're eating. You know, you just want to eat the rest of the plate. And it's very weird because I know I'm not supposed to eat all of the food that's in front of me. Obviously, I've had great success with this surgery, and this is not an all the time thing. It's not every single time that I eat something delicious that I get sad. That's definitely not the case, but I think it's more in like particularly stressful moments. I used to be addicted to food, and how would I relieve my stress? I would eat. And that's kind of something that we had discussed this in like the psychological evaluations prior to having surgery. Once you have weight loss surgery, you cannot eat your feelings anymore. And I guess that's kind of where that sadness feeling comes in. It's like, yes, I'm sad that this is delicious food that I can't eat the rest of, but I don't know, it's like I used to use food as a coping mechanism and now I can't do that. So there is kind of a little bit of sadness there. Like I said, this is not an all the time thing. It's something that happens every once in a while. And usually what I'll do, I'll just talk to my husband about it, how I'm feeling. Now, my husband had weight loss surgery the exact same day as me, so we both know exactly how we're feeling about everything. We've both gone through these same emotions at different times, so it does really help to have somebody there that has been through that. I think just making sure that you have another way to cope and someone to talk to about those feelings that you're having, that's definitely something very, very important to make sure that you're prepared for. In total, I have lost 130 pounds. It's not that I don't think about what I'm eating, but I don't stress about what I'm eating. I don't journal or anything. I do check my weight every couple of days just to make sure I'm not gaining anything or losing anything. Kind of been naturally sticking to a good amount of food every day, and I'm not gaining or losing, I'm just maintaining, and I feel really good about it. There are definitely pros and cons to having the surgery, but overall, it's definitely still a major positive. I still feel really good that I had the surgery, and there is nothing that I would change. I am gonna have some additional videos coming out that are a little bit more niched down, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button. Thanks again so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.